Hi there, it's Joe from ShopTo, and this is ShopTo Gaming Show episode 19, joined by Dan as always.
Hello.
And so we're here, we're back. And
it feels like we only just recorded the last one, to be honest, hasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I got a message last week. No, not last week, what I'm talking about. It's not went that fast. I got a message this morning going, I'm listening to your show at work. Someone said to me on Twitter, and I'm thinking, geez, nice. The next one will be here in a minute.
Is it already? Quick, yeah, download again.
Quick, enjoy it, quick, because you'll be listening to the next one now.
Yeah, number 19, we're still doing this somehow, so there you go.
There's no live stream today, because we're doing this, but the live streams will return tomorrow. I've got an idea for tomorrow, which is Friday. If you're listening to this, whatever day you listen to this, tomorrow's Friday, when we're recording on a Thursday. Does that make sense? Yeah, we're recording Thursday, so tomorrow's Friday is. I don't know when you're listening to this show, but whatever.
What's the idea, Joe? Just tell us.
Oh, God, I'm getting rabbiting on, and so shut up and just say the word. What are you getting on about? Why are you still talking? Why are you still talking? You're getting really annoyed. I was just in it annoy you now. Right, what we're talking about? Right, the idea was on Fridays I'll do a throwback Friday. So it might have been Lisa's idea, but whatever. It's basically pick a game out the shelf and live stream it.
The Throwback Friday, you're only kind of going back to this current generation.
Yeah, this gen. Right. But still, I thought it would be quite a fun thing to do. Just pick a game at random and stream it. Because there's quite a lot of games on shelf, so figured why not. It's just something different to stream rather than streaming new stuff all the time. Because we're streaming UFC yesterday.
Because you're really bad at UFC, that's the way down to play again.
Yeah. I'd rather... It's not a bad game, but I just wanted to try and go back and stream some older games, because maybe people have missed them, and if they see it they might think, oh, you know what, I've missed that, I might get it, and you can probably get them all for a bargain now, whatever one I chose.
You know what, there's so many games that come out, you've always a chance to play something you might have skipped before. I mean, I'm going back and constantly playing games that I really wish I played last year, and I'm finally getting a chance to play them, so there's always games out there.
Exactly, so that's what I was thinking. I thought it might just be nice to let people see them, and then chances are there'll be a bargain. Is that your bell? Is that your doorbell or your phone?
My phone ringing. So unprofessional. I'm very sorry.
Hello?
I'm staring at it to make it stop, but that ain't going to happen, is it?
It's me ringing you.
That's it.
Hello, Dan.
You probably
you?
Butt dialed me by mistake, haven't you?
Yeah. Dan, answer your bloody... He never answers his bloody phone, does he?
They're probably selling me some double glazing. It's usual. Did you know the government scheme for double glazing is now in your area? Yes.
My new one when people ring me is that they ring me and then answer, then they hang up. They don't even say anything now.
You, yeah.
They
me,
just
actually.
hang up as soon as you say hello. Sake. Right, anyway. We've
Gaming.
Rabbited on for about 3 minutes about nothing. Although we did talk about our live streaming idea, Throwback Friday.
Exactly.
So... At least we got some gaming.
Has been pretty full on VR.
Yeah, it's VR news special. So put your headsets on and get ready. This is
soon you could be watching us in full 3D. You could walk around us.
Yeah.
No, you wouldn't. Horrible.
Walk around the podcast show. That'll be fun.
Ponytail, that's all you see there.
Okay, I got rid of my long hair. Used to have it, but it's all gone now. It was good, but it lasted.
Pretty bad, you can't wash it every day.
I was getting a bit scruffy though. That's all. Right, see if you don't, as long as you don't wash it every day, it was better. Anyway, let's talk about
VR.
Let's talk about gaming news.
Yep.
VR, PlayStation VR, has been priced. It's been dated, and it's come for £349, and it's out in October. That's a pretty good price. That's in my price range, I guess, round about 349, 399. So yeah, I'm happy with that.
That's very competitive when you compare it to others out there, where you've got to pay for a high-end PC, extra controllers. Obviously, you still need a PlayStation 4 to play it.
Yeah, you also need
loads of good bundles out there. I'm sure there'll be a few that pop up.
You also need the PlayStation camera.
Yeah.
The PlayStation Eye camera. Now, some people have one already. Hello, PlayStation Eye camera. Like that. That's what you'll need, though. If you're watching YouTube, that's what you need to use.
Does it come with it, or we have to buy separate?
No, it doesn't. They decided not to include, because a lot of people have it already, so they thought, oh well, we'll just keep the price down, but you need it.
Cheap, yeah. I mean, I take it you're buying it.
Yeah, I pre-ordered day one. Day
You've
one.
already done it. You've already pre-ordered, yeah.
Of course.
Personally, I think I'm actually going to hold back on this a little bit. I think personally, just because I've got so many games I want to play, just buying that as well, it will just probably sit and get my dust for a bit too long before I start really chipping into it.
Yeah, it'd be interesting, but so you need that PlayStation camera, right? So we're talking about 40 quid for that at the moment. I reckon the price of that will start climbing up, so I reckon it's worth
I think
getting
it will,
now.
yeah. I think you can grab it anywhere second hand.
So I mean, there's
$390,
$390, and if you don't have a PlayStation 4, that's another 300 quid. So you're talking $690 is the cheapest way to get into VR. Really, if you have to start from scratch, then PlayStation VR is still the cheapest way to get into it. But there's some interesting things about it. Obviously, you've got the games now. I mean, we can talk about some of the news here for the games, but also there's some other things I want to mention first, like the fact that it's got its own cinematic mode, which I think is quite cool. So basically, you put on the VR, and then I think it's like up to a 255-inch screen in front of your eyes or whatever. So you can use it to watch. You can use it to play standard games.
Oh, okay.
But you can also use it to just sit back and watch movies.
See, that for me is actually quite a nice idea.
Netflix and stuff, yeah.
I'm in the middle of debating whether to buy a new TV or not. That might be a better option.
Yeah, well, what it is, it's not like it surrounds you, but what it is, it's like you're sitting in a cinema.
Yeah, just positions the screen in a way that your eyes feel that you're in a large auditorium. I like the idea of that, yeah.
And obviously it's pretty massive.
And it also has 3D surround, I'm thinking, or...
Oh no, there's no built-in sound to the PlayStation VR. You actually use your own headphones, I think.
Okay, I think I might have misread that. I was looking at
but
another site earlier.
It works with any stereo headphones, apparently. So that's quite good. So I mean, like you could use your PlayStation 7.1s, for instance.
Do you reckon that'll fit on your head with that?
Yeah, I think it does, actually. I think it does.
I hope they'll consider that when they created this thing, yeah.
I think the way they've designed, and it works really well, I've heard the PlayStation VR is also the best one for people with glasses. It's the most comfortable.
That was also a worry, yes, I must admit.
So yeah, it sounds quite good for the price to me. So yeah, okay.
Any games? Exciting games coming up?
Yeah, there's quite a lot. One more thing I want to mention, actually, we may as well keep talking about it for a wee while before we talk about games. One of the things I think is quite clever what they're doing, because obviously the pre-orders have went out already and everybody's pre-ordering from ShopTo and all the other retailers. But there's obviously a lot of people on the fence. I mean, we done a poll. I think I done a poll on our ShopTo account and about 500 people voted in it. And just over 50% said they weren't interested in getting VR this year. Whereas around 19% said that they would get it this year. So, I mean, that's a fairly decent uptake.
What about the remaining percentage?
They were just saying it depends on the games and just flat out no.
That.
Yeah, so flat out no, and it depends on the games. So, I think one of the things that I noticed Sony's going to do is take it on the road in the UK, and I think that's a really smart thing to do. Yeah. Because it's the sort of thing.
With the Vita, I remember lots of events popping up years ago on the Vita all over the country where you can get hands on, and that was quite important for me to see just how it was capable of.
Yeah.
Shame it didn't get the support it needed, but at the same time, it got a lot of people good hands on there.
I think it's very important that you get hands on with it, and I think that's one of the things that might get people going, oh yeah, I'm buying this now.
Well, I mentioned before, I mean, it's going to be quite hard for us to do reviews and things to get across to people just how immersive these games are, because a video just will not show the true nature of what these games
I was thinking about that actually. If you live stream it, obviously, and I'd live stream the way I normally do, it'll be me in the green screen with the game behind me, so you'll see me with a headset on moving around, and then on the screen people will see what I'm seeing. So in a way it might sort of work, because they'll see what I'm doing, sort of how I'm reacting. As they see what's going on the screen, they'll see how I'm reacting. So I guess that might actually be a good way of gauging how it works. It'll be a bit weird because I won't be able to see the screen myself and anyone's comments, so I'll be like, sorry, I can't speak to you. So yeah, but it'll be quite interesting way of doing it. Anyway, let's talk about some games now. Hellblade, which was a PlayStation 4 timed exclusive, I believe, by Ninja Theory, who do that. What's it called? Enslaved,
Yeah.
and what's the other one? Heavenly Sword. They've renamed their game to Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice, and what's interesting is that they tweeted out an image with the PlayStation VR on.
Cool.
Or was it the Oculus? It was one of the two. But I think might have been the Oculus actually. That someone was wearing this, and the game was in the background, and you could see it said Hellblade PS4 PC. So I'm wondering if that name change is actually because it's going to have some sort of VR compatibility in it now. It does seem that way. So that could be that's something to look out for. What I will say before I mention these other bits of news is that not a lot of big game experiences have been announced yet. It all seems to be, and in fact that word I just used is probably perfect for it, all seems to be experiences that have been announced rather than games. So let's take for instance Star Wars Battlefront is to get a PlayStation VR experience. More details coming on later in the year, but basically this is an exclusive experience to PlayStation VR, and it's surrounding Battlefront. So I've no idea what that could be. It would be pretty. What I think would be really cool if it was space battles in an X-wing Battlefront
that'd
style.
be awesome.
I'd love that, but there's no details on it really, so it's something we probably need to wait at E3. And I think when it comes to the big game announcements, that's what we'll be waiting on a lot, the E3. Because I think that's when we'll start to see them all. But yeah, some other stuff was that... I
saw a video of Battlezone this morning.
Oh yeah, Battlezone, everyone's saying that's a great experience. Yeah, everyone's saying that. That and Rigs, which is the Guerrilla one. People are saying that Rigs is brilliant. And you've also remember Tumble for PlayStation Move?
No.
Where you had the move controls and you had to basically build blocks and knock them over and stuff.
Nope.
Not remember? No, that's coming to VR. They're making a VR version of that.
Aren't you a little bit worried here, though? I don't want to be a naysayer because this is great. That's only happening, but it is all going to be just silly little throwaway games that aren't really going to capture the imagination of people and will just disappear like the Move did.
Yeah, that's what I'm a bit worried about. I mean, Ubisoft announced a game called Werewolves Within. There's a Star Wars Trials in Tatooine, which lets you wave a lightsaber about as you try and block laser shots coming at you. But that
was done on the Kinect a long time ago, and that's nothing new, is it?
Yeah, that's the sort of things I've got down here. Also, what else we got? The Assassin's Creed non-game VR experience as well.
That's probably an on-rails thing where you look around just see where you're running, maybe.
Yeah, and there was perhaps one of the most interesting ones was PlayStation VR Worlds from Studio London, which is like a compilation of games. So you've got that one.
Nintendo then, you mean?
The ones we've talked about before, like the Heist. The London Heist, where you're a bank robber. That one looks good. The In the Deep one, where you're in underwater and sharks are floating around you. There's one called VR Luge, where you actually lie in the ground with a headset on and you're sort of skateboarding on your back down a busy street, and you need to try and dodge in and out the trucks and under the trucks and stuff like that.
I think they still need to figure out exactly what sort of games they can do for this. I mean, first-person shooters, whilst they may be really amazing to play, are first-person shooter fans going to enjoy having that extra sort of movability? It might be hard to line up shots and things. I mean, racing games could be good, but again, we enjoy that.
But I think most of what we know about experiences demos, like Job Simulator, that kitchen one. So I mean, it's quite. There's not really a great deal.
I think they're going to be amazing, but at the same time, they're going to be a bit short in the experience. And I think I'm happy that I'm kind of just made my mind up to hold back just a little bit and not rush into buying it. I think.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, I don't know. But yeah. Had a cough there. Right, but like I said, there's got to be some games announced at E3. I think that's when we'll actually hear of big games. I mean, like No Man's Sky, sure, Sony's got that one VR wise.
Yeah, locked up nicely. Yeah.
I
see.
still think my idea is brilliant for VR. The one where you're sort of like a third-person action adventure based in space. You're in a big ship, like Star Trek or Millennium Falcon style ship, and you're going about your adventure, and then, or say you're in the ground, say it's Uncharted style but based in space, so you're doing your third-person adventure, firing your blasters at people and stuff like that, and then you go up to your ship. Something happens in the ship and they're going, oh quick, they're coming after us, these ships are chasing us, get to the guns. So you go to the guns, you put your helmet on, and just as you put your helmet on, you put your VR on, do that bit, fire it, 15 minutes,
good, yeah.
level, take the helmet off again, play the game on TV like you normally would, sort of mix it up. Because I mean, VR's not going to be the sort of experience where you can play for hours and end, so why not sort of integrate it into normal games that you play on your TV like that? That's a great idea.
People get to grips with it, I think you might see more familiar sort of coding like that. That might happen.
That is a great idea, though, isn't it? Right. Because even
copyright that quick before someone pitches it.
There must be some way they can do that, but if you don't want to use VR, you can just play it as normal. And if you
I can't see that being difficult. I mean, there's been loads of games where you would run around. Oh, crikey. Shadows of the Empire, I think, was one where you would run around in the third person, and then there'd be a few missions where you jump into, it wasn't a Millennium Falcon, I can't remember the name of the ship now, but you'll be in the Millennium Falcon style thing, shooting asteroids and stuff.
Yeah, it's a great idea.
I can see that working, between the two, that's a great idea, yeah.
Great idea. But anyway, I think that's it for VR. Let me just have what, I think that's what we mentioned. I never kind of went into detail about every single bit of news I've got here, because I think we've mentioned most of it. But
it's interesting. It's all really hotting up now. I mean, there's a lot of companies all throwing in their VR bits and pieces. So I think it's quite an interesting time of the year. Right.
So let's have a look at some more news. We talked last week that Microsoft was saying they might allow cross-network play. Sony responded to that, saying basically we've been doing that since 2002. We've been doing it with PC, been doing it with mobile. They've just never done it with Xbox, but they're happy to have the conversation about it, apparently. But obviously, whatever they do would have to be best for PlayStation, so they're at least open to it.
It'd be lovely, in a lovely world, everyone can just play on the same servers. And just have, there'd be a lot more content going on. There's some old games that might be struggling to have, because they're split between different servers, can now just have a bit more renewal of life, because instead of 30 people here and 30 people there, there's now 60 people playing, and that makes it a bit more interesting.
Yeah, definitely. Right, so what else? Let me have a look.
It sounded like it was going to be more for the independent side, doesn't it, still, though? I think they're opening it up a little bit more.
Yeah, it sounds like...
one of them they were talking about, wasn't it?
Yeah, it sounds like it's more Rocket League sort of independent style games. I think everybody was getting a bit carried away, because Microsoft never said, oh, we're going to allow cross-network play. They said ID at Xbox is going to allow open network play, but everybody seemed to
jump on there.
Sort of wipe over that fact that it was just ID Xbox, which is just basically the third-party indie games. It's not their main. It's not big titles we're talking here. It's got indie titles.
It's nice they're talking though, because that may just break down a few barriers. You never know what could happen in the future. Yeah, I guess,
but I think people shouldn't forget that it's just that. So
come on, all us games love to over-exaggerate. It's
exactly.
Nature.
Exactly, bloody gamers. Right. Anyway. Let's have a look. More news which isn't VR related. Microsoft's. That's last week's. King's Quest Episode 3 has been dated. To be honest, after I played Episode 1, I kind of thought, I'm not going to play this again.
This is a bit of the danger that these games, I think, they come into. I had the same problem with Game of Thrones. You kind of just move on. You play the game, you love it, you move on, you play something else.
That wasn't the problem. No, I mean, I loved Game of Thrones and I played all 6 because I loved it. The problem with King's Quest is I didn't love it.
Oh, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a really good game. Some of the puzzles were really out there, but that's kind of the nature of King's Quest games.
I didn't really like it.
I thought the animation was brilliant. I thought the narration was so good. It was really high quality. I thought it was a great story. You just go and play something else and forget it.
I'm yawning because that's how much it bored me. Anyway, There's a new Oddworld being announced, Oddworld Soulstorm, that's coming out in 2017. I'm another one that's never really been into the Oddworld games.
Yeah.
I've never really been a fan of the character.
I think I played a demo of the first one back on the PlayStation 1. I might be mistaken, it might be the PS2. I honestly can't remember, but that's...
I mean, don't get me
that's
wrong.
How much I went for it. I understand it to be a great game, just never...
Yeah, just add water done the last one, and I mean, it was a great game, but it just didn't click for me because I'm just not a fan of the series.
Maybe I should play it. I might give it another go, actually. It's one of those games I'll put on my list.
Give it a go. It's just never clicked with me. Some games just don't click with you. That's the way it is. Sniper Elite 4 is coming to retail. We already talked that it was coming out the week before last, but it's actually been announced for retail as well. TMNT Mutants in Manhattan Platinum Games, that's coming in May, the end of May. That actually looks alright.
Yep.
It does remind me of the Transformers game. The same
that's
sort
cool.
of style.
You can't fault with that. That was a great style.
Possibly
need a bit more content maybe, but it was a good looking game.
Possibly a bit of Turtles humour in there as well, by the looks of things, so that's quite good.
And Bebop and Rocksteady in it, which is awesome.
And The Walking Dead Michonne, is that what it is?
Michonne.
I'm terrible.
I take it you don't watch Walking Dead at all.
Oh no, that's Mother Half's department. I don't know watch Walking Dead.
It's the girl with the sword. That's all you got to know. Yeah.
Whatever, episode 2. That's Give No Shelter. That's coming out on March 29, so that's not far away. Here's a big one, which kind of disappoints me a little bit. EverQuest Next has been cancelled.
I'm not a fan. You're a big fan.
I'm glad it's been cancelled, because if I'd enjoyed it, I would have been sitting there playing it forever. But yeah, it's been cancelled, it's been canned, it's been kicked out. I don't know if it's coming to PlayStation 4 anyway anymore.
I wonder how much time they put into that game before they decided we're not doing it. I mean,
well, they were Sony Online Entertainment, weren't they? And then they changed their name to Daybreak and kind of left Sony. So maybe things has just went tits up after doing that.
It happens a lot to these games. I remember DC Online was with Sony, then it went to someone else, then it moved again. It's like, what a mess this is. Yeah. Kitchens have to change all these bits and pieces. Yeah.
Here's one you like, Star Fox Zero, which is that's getting an invisibility mode. That sounds good to me. That means you want
invincibility.
What? Is that not what I said? Invincibility.
You said invisibility.
I said invincibility.
Yeah, all right. Everyone can write another go at you.
I meant invincibility then.
The said and meant the two different things.
I know how to talk. Sake.
This is interesting.
It's like having your bloody grammar teacher or something in the podcast for you. Excuse me, that's not how you say what. What? Right. No, that's good for me because I'm rubbish.
There you go.
So yeah, invincibility.
It's like, I've read about this, and a lot of people getting upset, and they're like, "Just don't play it on that mode." Then it's as simple as that. Yeah. If you don't like it, don't play that mode. Just play the hard or whatever, and have that thing that you have over everyone else. Then you're so amazing, or whatever it is you want to brag about.
Yeah,
just don't play it.
I think it's quite good. I'm all for that.
It's me. They want to make games accessible. They don't want to alienate people by having the game so hard that they play a few levels and think, "I can't play this." They want people to get their gist of it, and then if they might enjoy playing it, and they're even turning on a different mode. They might just play through it and go, "That looks pretty." Done.
There's nothing wrong with it, so I'm all for it. Okay, certain Windows 10 apps will soon be able to run on Xbox One.
Nope.
So they're kind of merging the Windows 10 and Xbox One stores with their Universal Windows Media or something like that. Or Universal Windows Devices. I don't know what it is. Something like that. But anyway.
Wait, what about Windows Media Devices, the WMD?
Yeah,
that's catchy.
WMD.
Windows. Also sounds a bit like Weapon of Mass Destruction, so we might want to change that a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of other things it could mean.
But yeah, anyway, they're slowly combining the two together. Good idea, I think.
Yeah. But it just means that apparently what it means is that the code will make it easier for games made for Xbox One to be ported to PC, and it will make it easier for games made in PC easier to port to Xbox One, something like that.
It's funny how they used to, years ago when Microsoft used to make games, like your flight simulators and stuff like that, and there's a great car one they used to make a long time ago. They sort of lost faith in the in the PC market and didn't make games anymore. They went to the console, and all of a sudden it's kind of slowly going back again. I find that quite interesting. This is all over again.
Yeah, it's a strange one. Here's a good bit of news. BioShock, the collection, was rated by the Brazilian ratings board a few weeks ago we talked about. Now it's been rated by Taiwan, and it's got some box art as well, which is wicked looking. It's kind of like the little sort of White Housey tower thing in the water, and it starts in the water and it goes up, and right in the sky you can see a city, as if it's saying BioShock 1, BioShock 2, BioShock Infinite, all in one packet. PlayStation 4, Xbox One, PC.
Any news about it?
As in, if it's coming, I mean, it's only been rated and we've only seen the box art. It's not officially been announced.
Right, so you have no idea about if the game's the same as before, or if they tweak the graphics a little bit or anything
nothing,
like that?
nothing.
Okay, we look forward to that. I mean, I could play the first one over and over again. It's one of those games that it's a classic game. The second one, and the third one I never played.
Oh, you never played Infinite? That's the best one in my opinion.
The second one has dragged on so much.
Oh, but Infinite's it's a completely different game.
Well, that comes out on PS4. Maybe I can give it a go.
You have to try it.
On VR, you never know.
I think Infinite's the best of the three. I love it. It's a brilliant game. Really, really big fan of that one. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that coming, because that's one I'd happily play again, actually. Happily. So yeah, right, so that's good news. I can't speak again. Tequila Works, who are developing Rime, which is a game that was announced in 2013 as a Sony exclusive. They've reacquired the rights to that game. So I've no idea whether it's coming out on PlayStation still, or if it's going to have a new publisher and going to come out on all sorts of platforms. But there's all this talk about it, but there's no word on why they've reacquired the rights, as if Sony's dumped it or something. But it looks like a nice little game. But I mean, I wouldn't say it's a major game, but it does look quite nice.
It's one of those things. It's like, it's been so long now. Give up, do something else.
Yeah, no, it's quite a long time. So hopefully, if it eventually can. Although The Witness took its time as well, didn't it? And that's a great game. So.
Okay.
So I mean, it just depends. It depends. Hopefully, it's good. Trackmania Turbo, that gets a beta this weekend for PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC.
You going to look at that, are you?
Yeah, I might have a wee look. It depends if I get time.
I think you might enjoy that. I think you'd be pleasantly surprised how good those games are.
Yeah, I might.
They are good fun games.
I might check that. It comes out next week, I think.
Yeah.
Let me have a look at my list. Trackmania Turbo, March 25th. Yeah, so we'll probably be reviewing that one anyway, so whether to check the beta out or not, I don't know. Maybe it's worth doing, just...
little stream or something, if you can?
Yeah, it might be worth a little stream. Although tomorrow's Throwback Friday, so I don't know. We'll see.
Can't get away Throwback Friday.
We'll see, I might do it. I don't know what I'm doing. We'll think about it. And finally, the final bit of news. We're nearly at 30 minutes in.
Crikey.
And we're at our final bit of news. That's because we spent about the first 5 minutes talking about
rambles.
talking about all the rubbish. And now we're nearly 30 minutes in and we're still talking rubbish. We have a bit of VR in between.
So what's this exciting piece of news you're just dipping in front of me like a
carrot
news? And a stick?
What news?
This final piece of news.
What final piece of news?
Sucking me in then.
No, that final piece of news, I get it. It's for Doom, actually. If you pre-ordered Doom, if you pre-ordered Wolfenstein, then you get into the beta, which takes place, I think, from... Oh, when is it? I think it's from March 31st to April 3rd, but there's a new beta. I don't know if this is ShopTo exclusive or it's other retailers or whatever, but if you pre-order Doom before the March 31st, you'll get into the second closed beta, which takes place from April 2nd to April 4th. So if you've obviously pre-ordered both, then I imagine you can play from March 31st to April 4th. So
beta, is it online Is it the online server? Or is it single player beta?
Yeah, this is multiplayer beta, I would
yeah.
imagine. So, Doom
Is
looks
this
quite
PC,
good.
Xbox, and PlayStation? Or
Yeah.
yeah, cool. That's
What do
cool.
you think of look at Doom?
Not seen it.
You've not seen it?
I'm not even bothered looking at it yet. I'm like, nah.
I made a wee advert for ShopTo. You should have a look. It's just got some gameplay in it. It was very polished.
Yeah.
It could be
It needs
quite.
to be. It's been in the, it's been worked on for God knows how long.
It could be quite a good game actually. Could be very good. We'll see.
Love the first one. I love the second one. Keep on trying to play the third one and get bored of it after a while. I think I brought it numerous times and never got into it. So this one, I don't know.
Okay, right. Let's have a think. Actually, before we move on to your topic of the week, which surprisingly is about VR again. I wanted to mention May because it's full of games.
Cool.
May's going to be crazy. I done a wee tweet earlier saying how many games is coming out in May, and it's just loads. You've got Battleborn and Overwatch, which to me kind of feel like the same game.
Right.
I've seen them quite a few times, and they're not the same game, but I've seen them a few times, and I kind of look at one and I look at the other, and I'm thinking, is these the same game? But they are different, apparently. So, Battleborn and Overwatch, Uncharted 4.
Cool.
The best game of that month by far.
Don't know, it could be awful.
Yeah, I doubt it. Doom.
It could be like Indiana Jones 4. You never know.
Doom as well.
Oh, imagine that'd be terrible. Oh.
Right, let me talk.
Yeah. Doom, sorry.
Battleborn, Uncharted,
You said
Doom,
that.
Homefront Revolution, Overwatch, Total War, Warhammer, and Mirror's Edge. It's a lot of games in it, a lot of big games.
That's a fair few. There's a lot of big games. I'm sure there'll be loads more in the background that you kind of sent to me.
What do you think of that? I mean, Uncharted's a given. That's going to just be amazing. I've no doubt about it. I'm 100% confident that's going to be one of the best games of the year. Homefront Revolution, that could be interesting. It's had its issues, but apparently it's well polished and.
Well, I think the first game was a bit of a great idea that just lacked a little bit of
it was alright.
focus. Yeah, so this hopefully the second time round they can pull off something really cool. I really hope so because it's a great idea.
Yeah, Doom could be good.
It's going to sell a lot no matter what because of the brand.
Overwatch Battleborn, I just don't know a lot about it, to be honest.
Well, Battleborn, it's because it's the guys that done Borderlands. I think it's going to have a lot of attention for it. I mean, Borderlands 1 and 2, fantastic games. Hopefully, some of that will be rubbing off onto this new game. I hope so, anyway. It looks like it.
Doom, we talked about. What was the other one? Mirror's Edge. That should be good.
I hope so. There's a lot of pressure on that one because it's such an unexpected success, or I don't know if it sold a lot, but it was such a good game the first time around. It came out of nowhere. There's a lot more pressure this time to sort of repeat its success. So hopefully they're going to make a lot of improvements.
Yeah, and Total War Warhammer, not couldn't care less about it, to be honest. It's a PC.
If you're a PC game,
you
you can be well into it because I mean they're the games that pretty much the PCs are made for nowadays. I think just these huge real-time strategy games.
Yeah, Warhammer is that Games Workshop.
Yes.
Ugh. Oh, I hate Games Workshop.
I thought you were like that. I thought you were interested.
Oh, not Games Workshop. Yeah, but not Games Workshop.
No, okay, all right.
Dungeons and Dragons and Games Workshop's completely different thing.
Well, different things, but I thought you might. It's the same kind of genre of people. No, into that.
No, I used to. My friends growing up, my friends loved Games Workshop. They'd always go in and paint their refigures and all that sad stuff.
There's one in Glasgow still, yeah.
Yeah, that one. That's the one.
Yeah.
The one down that road that leads into Argyle Street.
Yeah, it's next door to that game shop that always sells games really early, and they're a bit suspicious about where they get their games from.
Yeah, that Games Workshop's been there for years. My friends used to go in there, and I used to stand outside because I hated the people who worked in it because they would always sort of look down their nose at you with their little painted figures, and I'm just thinking, you sad gits.
Little lead figures, yeah. Pretty expensive that was as well. Back then they were expensive. God knows how much.
I mean, I was into my role playing and all that much, but I couldn't stand Games Workshop, and I still can't stand it to this day. So sorry, Games Workshop, but you're all snobs, sort of lead-figured snobs. That's what I think of you. Anyway, the topic of the week is quite relevant. It's to do with VR. Are you going to buy VR this year or wait? This kind of stems off the poll we done. So obviously I've got a few opinions here. Craig Horner, he says he'll maybe buy PlayStation VR, depends on the price. Incredible.
Now he knows the price.
Yeah, now he knows the price. Someone else, Craig Incredible Break, he said he's not even going to buy it a little bit, not interested. Scarhead Face, he'll buy PlayStation VR if he can afford it. Cyan Knox, he's interested in Vive, surprisingly. He's going to see if his landlord will let him off with a month's rent, though.
I think that's kind of how I'm balancing out some of these things. Now it's like, how do I eat or do I have a VR? What's the difference?
There's another one here, but I'll come back to that in a minute because I think that's quite... this guy also adds it should be around £300. Mark, he'd think at that price he would think it would be of significantly less quality. Still harping on, says yeah, he's going to buy it. Someone else, I can't pronounce his name, he says he doesn't have room for it.
Interesting about the minute ago you mentioned about the quality thing. I'm quite surprised that someone would think that. I mean, this is Sony. I mean, their quality has been really high all the time. I mean, it's not the quality you got to worry about. I'm pretty sure it will be because they will test this to pieces. It's been going for a long time. Yeah. It's not the quality I worry about. It's the support that worries me.
Now we'll come back quite in a second. One more comment. Someone said they're so excited for VR because gaming's becoming stale with less innovation and sequels galore recently. So VR could be the next best big thing.
You'd just be playing sequels but in VR.
Yeah. But someone says, what I found, one of the comments I want to come back to was he's saying it will be another novelty, a gimmick. And that does worry me.
Yeah, massively. I mean, we've been stung. We've all been stung. We all Connect and thought, oh, great, what was the point of that?
Yeah,
Move
Connect,
was the same.
Move.
I mean, there's so many out there.
Wii U.
Oh, come on. Not the Wii U, but the Wii Fit.
Nah, the Wii U is the gimmicky, that gamepad, come on. That's why nobody bought it. So, I mean, the problem is, there's a lot of gimmicks out there and we have been stung loads of times. And looking at the games at the moment, it kind of looks like everybody's going to get excited for it. And then it's just going to fail. I mean, this has come from someone who's pre-ordered it day one, but I mean, that's just the feeling I get.
At the back of my mind, I've always got that worry. I've always got
it. I do get that worry that, oh no, what if it fails? But at the same time...
Look up to Virtual Boy. I mean, how much did that sell? I mean, we're not talking the same scale of stuff here, but
the PlayStation TV, the Vita. I mean, the Vita done okay, but still... You know
it's a shame the Vita just didn't get support. I mean, I actually turned it on yesterday, actually, funny enough, to see if there's any decent stuff on their sale, which has loads of good games, by the way, on the Easter sale. And it's just a shame we don't get support anymore.
Yes, it comes down to the thing that's going to come down to the cinematic mode's great, sounds great. The demos and experiences sound great, but it's going to come down to the games. I mean, at the end of the day, people are going to buy it based on the games. And if it sells 2 million devices over the course of 2 or 3 years or whatever, then nobody's going to support it. And then eventually we'll all just be playing indie games on it like we are the Vita. And that'll be it.
I apologise if I've actually asked this before. I can't remember what the answer was. But do you think you can play Blu-ray films on your PlayStation 4 and watch them on that?
Yeah.
So I know you can't remote play onto the Vita with a film.
No, you can. I'm sure. I'm 100% sure you can. You can use all the apps apparently and all the games. So if you can do it with games, you must be able to do it with movies. So
well, it's because you can't do it with the remote play on the Vita. That's what worries me.
Yeah, but it's plugged into the. It's all plugged into the PlayStation. So it's apparently it's just like having a TV. So you don't actually need. You could take your PlayStation to a hotel with no TV, plug it in, plug your headset in, and use your headset as the TV. So you don't actually need a TV if you've got a PlayStation VR.
Right.
Yeah, you could.
With a VR head.
Yeah, it'd be funny. So yeah, the only thing that worries me is the games. I'm just worried if it doesn't get the people buying it, and it does. But to get the people buying it, you need the people supporting it in the first place. So you need the big companies, got Rockstar and EA, and all these got Activision. You need them releasing sort of unique experiences for it, so that people will go, wow, I need that. That's why I think it needs to launch with, or at least this year, No Man's Sky has to launch with it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, dead air. That's always good.
No, were you not speaking?
No.
Someone Skyped me.
I
was expecting you to speak. Say, I'm working. I've got to keep working. I need to keep working. Right, go speak. Say something. What are you doing?
Well, you see, you didn't send me the email with the list of what we're talking about, so I'm totally flapping in the wind today.
Oh, dearie me. Sorry about this
So
unprofessional.
You see, I could have taken control, but the unprofessional nature of Joe here.
I'm not. It's you that's been unprofessional. I'm perfectly professional. I'm trying to multitask. How long did we have dead air for? Sorry about that. We were just giving you a minute to take in all that information we're giving you. That's what it was.
Massive download, buffering.
That's what it was. We were giving you a minute.
What have you been playing this week then? I see you've been doing a bit of stream at UFC.
Yeah, UFC I've been playing, but you've been sent it to review. So while I've been playing it a bit, you're reviewing it. So there you go.
Is that on PlayStation or Xbox?
It's on PlayStation.
Alright, fair enough.
But it's quite good. The knockout mode's fun. That's like it's like with the knockout mode, all you do is jump in, and you just try to knock him out. Think of like a best of 3 fight where you just go in there and just get right in there, punching,
like your
kicking.
Fighting in the playground kind of fight, rather than any skill. It's just arms flapping around, occasional headlock.
Yeah, it's really good. It's really good. Just get in there, do the fight, and that's it. Just punch him, knock him out.
I played a UFC game quite a while ago, and it looked brilliant, but I think it was just the complexity of all the moves involved, and because there's so many different fighting styles in these games, it just lost me. So this would be interesting to review.
Yeah, but it's...
What else have you been streaming? Or playing even?
Yeah, what I'd say... I mean, I've not really tried many of the modes, so it's hard to say much about the game. But what I would say is that I really like that knockout mode. I really like the nature of just going in, no knowing what the buttons are, just go in, best out of 3. You can even do best out of 5. You can choose your fighters, you can choose your arenas and stuff. Just go in the ring, best out of 3, best out of 5, knock him 4, and it's just really fast paced sort of get in there action, and it's quite...
Is it male and female fighting?
Yeah, males and females.
Cool.
And obviously you can probably... The good thing about knockout modes, they can play together and stuff. So I mean, there's an ultimate team as well mode, and there's really amazing customization options for making your own fighters. And there's obviously career modes and all that. So yeah, that's what I've been doing. What you've been playing?
Finally catching up with Division.
At
last, yes. Getting playing the game on that level 11 at the moment. I think it got a bit too hyped actually. To be perfectly honest,
do you not like it?
It's fun enough. I'm just going through the motions already. I feel like even at level 11, I've hit like a gap. There's a big gap in between what's accessible and what's too hard already.
Yeah.
I think there's so much going on. There's so many customized points. I think the HUD is a mess sometimes. There's so much stuff. You can miss things on the floor. The map is awful. The gunplay is cool. I don't mind the fact that it takes loads of bullets to kill someone because it takes the same to kill me. So it works both ways. I feel I've actually already got into a bit of a rut in it. I found a good sniper rifle and a good machine gun. I was running around sniping people. If we get too close, shoot them.
Yeah.
It's weird. I am enjoying it. I think I just need to find its hook. It's not found me just as much as Destiny did.
Yeah. What I would say, I was thinking about something this morning, right? Probably, I shouldn't say this, I'll get in trouble. But oh well, I've got a big mouth. So, yeah, what I was thinking about this morning is that if you think of GTA 5, right? And all the content that's in it. I mean, how much content's in GTA 5? It's crazy, isn't it? I mean, if you just think of it, how big that game is, all the side missions in it, all this market. I mean, let's face it, being truthful, everything in that game wipes the floor with Division in terms of content, in terms of story.
I'm surprised actually on Division. Actually, it's weird that I could be walking down the street and nothing's happening for quite some time.
Yeah, and think
like
of
going from point to B, A to B. I'm like, is there anything else here?
Think of GTA Online as well. I mean, it's feature packed. It's full. GTA full. Now take the Division season pass. Take all that content that's coming out in future. Put it in the Division. All of a sudden, it's kind of getting a bit closer to GTA. And I'm thinking to myself, God, I'm going to get in trouble for this. It feels like the content in the season pass, and not just the Division, all these games that are doing this season pass rubbish. Battlefront's another perfect example.
Yeah.
It's been taken out, and we're paying double for the content of the game.
I don't think you get in trouble for it, because I think that's what a lot of gamers actually think. I'm totally with you on that, and a lot of people I know that I speak to, I totally agree with you. However, we'll pay it. So
and people are paying it, but then you look at GTA, which doesn't have season pass, does it? You look at all the content in that game, and then you look at these games, and it feels like they've been halved in two, and you're paying double the price for them.
I will say that games like GTA, it takes them a very long time to make it. They're very careful, and
but GTA in that case
makes so much money compared to any other game. GTA will just stomp over everything because they know.
GTA should charge more. It should be worth £60. It should be £80 because it's got more content in it than these games plus the season passes put together. And I was just thinking about this one. Why are we paying? I mean, I was going to buy the Division season pass, and I'm thinking to myself, I really like the Division, but I'm thinking to myself, there's not really that much to it. It kind of reminds me of Destiny, where you complete the campaign and that's kind of it. There's not really much left.
A game that I play with is already close to 30, and he's already thinking, what's next? So, personally, I've not got into the Dark Zones at all yet. I've not even touched on
the
that
Dark
side of
Zones...
It might be brilliant, as far as I know, but just as a single-player experience, occasionally jumping in with other gamers on the bigger missions, just feeling something a little bit missing.
Yeah, and I felt the same about Destiny. I do like the Division, don't get me wrong. I think it's a great game and I quite enjoy it. And the Dark Zone is really good. Now, I like all the loot and stuff and all that, but it just feels like it's a bit empty. I mean, it does feel to me like the season pass stuff which is coming is going to make the game a lot better, and it makes me...
I've not even looked at the season pass. What's involved in it, do you know?
I think there's 3 or 4 different modes coming, like an underground mode. I know that's one of them. There's something to do with that, so I'd need to look it up to be...
You think that, because I see on the map you can see things like Central Park. I mean, does that open up in the game itself, or do you have to... Do you think that'll happen in the future?
Yeah, possibly. I'm not 100%
I don't know enough about the game, to be honest, to really comment about longevity and things like that.
Yeah,
the map opens up,
but I mean, just from what I've played, I mean, it's a huge map and stuff, but it feels quite a samey game.
I think my problem with it is especially after playing Dying Light, where almost every building you can walk into, and there's always something you can pick out from, like a box here or something there. There's a locked door that you can break into. This game is a massive city, but there are so many locked doors, and only occasionally can you walk into a shop front to have a look around. And when those moments do happen, I'm actually enjoying it because it does feel like I'm looting. But then there's a shop next door you can't get into because there's a Christmas tree in front of it, but you can't walk through the Christmas tree.
Yeah.
I'm just a little bit... I think the hype behind it was a bit unwarranted.
I mean, yeah, I guess...
I'm still playing it, so it's worth...
I enjoy it, so I wouldn't say it's unwanted for me because I do enjoy it, but I was just thinking about that sort of season pass stuff and thinking it feels a bit of a rip-off to me.
Yeah, no, a lot of gamers do... It's the modern gaming thing now, I think.
Yeah, it's just one
for
of
my
those
generation,
things.
I do struggle with it a little bit, but as long as the content's good and what you pay for, I can't really argue with it. Destiny was a bit disappointed, especially when they asked you to pay for something else a bit later on down the line for this massive update. Hopefully with these sort of games, they're learning from Destiny's mistakes and are improving.
Yeah, I mean, on the flip side, these games do cost a lot of money to make. And
They
you
have
see
to make money.
I see
And
a
also,
lot of
don't forget the servers as well. They've got to keep these servers running, so they do need a
exactly.
trickle of money, yeah.
And to be fair, games haven't really changed in price much over the years. I mean, we were paying 40 quid for
I see they've gone
PlayStation.
down in price, so to be perfectly honest, was you an N64 gamer?
No, it's Mega
Those games were
Drive.
sky
Mega
high. Even
Drive.
you're thinking how many years ago those games were coming out, and the price of those games, 80, 60,
Yeah,
70 quid.
exactly. I mean, it's
So,
almost like gamers get a bit annoyed if they got in price, so they seem to be making it up in other ways with season pass. I don't really have a problem in that respect because game prices haven't really changed. So I mean, there's two arguments to it. There's two sides to every story, let us say. So there we go. Right, anyway, let's move on because we're running out of time.
yeah.
It's time to talk about what's out next week. We've talked about what we've played. Hyrule Warriors is coming. Legends for 3DS.
Oh, that's on the 3DS. Cool, looking good.
Don't know what that is. Aegis of Earth or something. P-Cube.
Pokken tournament coming out, whatever we call it.
What one?
Tournament, the Pokemon fighting game.
Pokken, that's out this week.
Oh.
Out next week, we're talking though. Aegis of Earth, whatever that is. P-Cube, PS3, PS4, Vita. Disney Infinity 3.0 Marbles Battleground playset, which is like Captain America, I think.
Yep.
Also Republic for PS4. Trackmania Turbo. PS4, PC, Xbox One. Adrift, which is a PC game by 505. And MLB The Show 16 is coming out digitally, but it doesn't come to retail. But I'll tell you what, I played MLB The Show 15 and I really liked it. The graphics are amazing. And it was a really fun game to play, but I mean, I don't think I'll buy it, but if we get sent it for review, I'll just...
Why do you think digital only? Do you think just no one will buy it over here, whereas compared to America, it will sell better?
Well, it's just baseball's an American thing, isn't it?
It's better. Yeah, it's better.
But it's a really fun game. I mean, it's quite easy to play. It's quite fun. I had McNugget, who was my...
Nugget?
Yeah, when I was either streaming it, or I think I was streaming it, or I might have recorded video, or whatever, but I had all these baseball players in my team. I think I don't even remember the name of the team, but I think my team was the New York Rangers. I don't know if they're a baseball team or not, but if they are a baseball team, that's who I would have chose, the New York Rangers. And so anyway, the names are relevant. They were wearing red, white and blue, so that's the main thing.
There you go.
They were all skinny, all my guys, right? And I kept trying to hit the ball and I wouldn't get out of the park very often. And then this big guy came along, huge guy who was in my team, who ate too many McDonald's. So I called him McNugget. And every time he had to knock it out of the park, and I'm going, yeah, McNugget, woo, McNugget, way. So yeah, that was funny. So that's my best memory of that game. So I'll need to, if I get it this year for review and stream it, I need to see if I can find McNugget again.
Cool.
McNugget will knock it out the park. So yeah, that's it. That's it. We're done.
Yep. Good.
Okay, so episode 20 next week. We're flying, aren't we?
Not bad going, actually. Yeah.
So, yeah, episode 20. Thanks for joining us this week. Please remember to subscribe to our youtube.com/ShopTo channel. Subscribe to us on iTunes. Leave a little comment and a nice review. And also our Twitch, which is twitch.tv/ShopTo, I think. So yeah.
Follow on Facebook. Just don't forget to look at their website.
Twitter,
there's plenty of good deals.
Website, everywhere. Thanks for joining us for the best ShopTo podcast on the internet. And we'll see you next time. Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.